Good morning, tubers, and welcome to another live feed. I wasn't here last week and I'm apologizing, but you know, you get that family hanging out. Been doing a bit of Bitcoin mining, a bit of Bitcoin learning, I guess you'd say. Not trying to make money from it, just trying to entertain this. Get some stuff done. Oh, first again, well done. Colin, welcome, mate. And I haven't got my live chat thingy up. Where's my chat thing? There it is. Good morning, everyone. How's all your weekend going? My weekend yesterday was consumed by trying to get that to run stably, and I just couldn't do it. Well, I did it in the end, but I gave up and did it a different way. Bitcoin just hit $19,000 USD. Get in. Although I'm a bit late to get in on that, aren't I, again? Going to do a video ride again today. Hey there, too late. It's India. I'm sorry, Mr. Patel. Nick G, my weekend is like fully powered Powerwall. Busy building packs. Midnight in Dubai, France. Mine alt currencies sell for BTC. That's basically what I do. I've got. I don't understand it all yet. Well, I did it 2 years ago, and I haven't followed it for 2 years. But if anybody saw my quick video yesterday, I've got 5 RX 580s mining at the moment on EthOS, and they're mining. What are they mining? They are mining. Oh, that's a better view. Look at that for a camera. That's one 3-card rig. Now the reason why I've got a 3-card rig here, and then the other one is behind here that you can't really see, is because these. I'm pointing to them like you can see. These 3 cards on this screen are RX 580s, 8 gigs, but they're Hynix memory, and the other 2 are Samsung memory. So they all change with the amount of power they use and how much you can overclock them and stuff. So to get the most out of them, I've separated them out. And that's what took all the time yesterday. I was trying to get the 5 working in there, and it just wasn't working. Play with the market. Gosford, good morning. Has your Powerwall paid for itself yet? My Powerwall paid for itself in the first 18 months. Even all the other, like, when I say my Powerwall paid for itself, I mean not just the power it generated, I mean what the YouTube thing and what that's become. The Powerwall started off as a YouTube project, and as a result, I class everything that I've earned from said YouTube project to pay for the Powerwall, and that paid for itself many, many months ago. Even the current cost, which exceeds $15,000, I think, still covered a long time ago. But that's with everything. That's just not the Powerwall itself. But tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, it was supposed to be Friday that inverter was supposed to be installed, and my shed will go off grid. So once my shed goes off grid, these miners will be off grid as well. I've got one miner with 2 RX, no, what are they? R9 290Xs, I think, running at the moment. They're down in the power shed 24/7, and they're actually running on Minergate because it's just simpler. And these ones have to have an Ethernet cable, and I don't have Ethernet down there. I've just got wireless, so it's much easier to run Windows. I'm mine EXP. How much are they making so far? What's up with the camera permanently at the rig? The camera at the rig was just because I got one of these little SJ cameras from, what are they? I I gotta get the right company name, otherwise I'll get in trouble. From GearBest, they sent me one for free to test. So I'm just running a whole heap of tests on it at the moment, but it does work as a web camera, which I really thought was cool. So far, it shuts down when it's really hot, which you'd expect that. The battery life is about 2.5 hours doing a time lapse. And if I went and moved that camera, which is USB'd up to the computer would stop working, because the USB port's pretty average. I mean, the quality's sweet and it works well as a camera, but not as a web camera so far anyway. I haven't played with it very much, and I am enjoying playing with it. How much have I made so far? Good question. Let's see if I can actually do this. Why is my stream health bad? Okay, so how do I share my screen? Main screen? Transition. Okay, now I can't see anything what you're saying now. There we go, because I've only got one screen, because all my screens are used. So, on this screen, this is Monero, so XMR. I'm mining, and this has been on and off for the past, I guess, couple of weeks. I don't run this one solid, and only a couple of days ago I actually put it back down in the power shed again and got it all running. So I've earned 0.002 of a BTC, about 45 bucks US, give or take, and of course that changes every minute. And that is on what is it, XMR. So there we go. So that's 1.4 kilohashes or something that's running at. And one of the cards is running at 64, and the other one is running at 68 degrees. So that's mining through Minergate. The link's below. What else we got? Close that down. We have got Nanopool, which is what is that? That's EthOS. So you can see I've been playing with it, and video cards crash every now and again. So last night I lost a video card at 11 o'clock at night, and I didn't see it until 4 o'clock in the morning. So I lost 5 hours on one card. So I'm still learning that side of things as well, trying to push the video cards as much as I can without making them crash. If you have a look yesterday, I was trying to sort out a lot of stuff yesterday, so they weren't mining very much. So you can sort of see I've been getting it higher and higher and higher, but I want to get it higher consistently. So that's what I've been working hard to figure out, I guess. And that one is doing 134 mega hashes, and that has mined $53.22 US so far, and that's mining Ethereum. Now, of course, I had nice hash for about a week, and that was, I can't honestly remember, but somehow I think it's more than what I thought it was. I think I had like $30 US or something in there. I mined for several days with the old cards, I think. And I had that nicely set up, and it was running mint and stable, and it was easy, and then it crashed, got hacked. So I lost everything from there. But what I've also done is I've gone over to Hashflare, and I bought 700 mega hashes or something. Mega hashes, I don't know. 0.006 of a terahash. No, 0.7 of a terahash. And if you're asking questions, I can't see them at the moment. I bought 0.7 of a terahash, which was $105 USD on one of these, and the link's below if you want to use my affiliate link, please, because I make like $3 extra. So I put $105 USD in there, and then I made Well, I reinvested yesterday another 60 hashes or mega hashes. So I bought 700 mega hashes and then I reinvested 60 mega hashes after just 3 days. So you can see that I earned, it's not in USD dollars, but it's about $1.50 to $1.90 US a day. And then I got a referral bonus of $3 yesterday because someone signed up to me, which I was very appreciative of. And then I reinvested. So I'm going to have a look at that, see how that goes, and see how much money I made. I reinvested $9. You can see $9 USD, and there's a little bit left over. So that's a bit fun. I'm just gonna reinvest every day if I can for a 12-month period and see how much money I can make. I guess it'll be fun, something to do. $100 invested, see what I can make. But if you go to their dashboard and you look at their unrealistic figures, revenue forecast, they reckon I will earn $753.62 in 1 year. I really do find that hard to believe, but hey, we'll have at it and have some fun and see what happens. Feel free to ask me anything about this moving forward, because I actually do enjoy it. I've never done stock market-y type things, and I think this is type. Is this stock market type stuff? I think it kind of is. Rightio, I'll come back and grab some of your questions now. I'll probably have to open that back up again. Holy shitballs! I shouldn't have looked for so long. BTC gonna go up soon now. Then graphics cards better than first gen ASIC miners at this point. See, I'm not. First gen ASIC miners would still work better than video cards or GPUs to mine Bitcoin, but I'm not mining Bitcoin. I'm mining everything else. What is it? Minergate. You mine XMR, but you get paid out in Bitcoin. So, but XMR is going up as well. So I really want to leave it in there as long as I can. But I'm also going to take the investment money I make from this and take eventually the XMR and then put it into that, what do you call it? The mining contracts, to see if I can make more and more and more money, because I think my power bill is going to go up substantially from the last few days of running this, which I'm not very happy about. You should start asking for cameras and just put them around your shop. I'm trying, like, from the sponsored stuff, the stuff I've got so far has been all pretty average. I'm very honest. I'm not going to bullshit in order to sell something. The spot welder does what it says it was going to do, but I just don't like it. Antimatter, I blew that up, but I think that's my fault. The camera is awesome. It just doesn't do everything, but then again, it's in a price bracket, so I want to ask for stuff, one, I can give away, or two, is useful to my YouTubing. I wanted to ask, I've been looking through the forum and trying to understand, how do you balance your battery packs? Okay, I use Batrium BMS to balance my battery packs. Batrium.com, Batrium.com. There's some fans. No, I turn those fans off just because it's only 60 degrees on the GPUs. The highest temperature is only 60 degrees. And it adds a lot of noise putting 3 extra fans on. I left one on. I'm located in Puerto Rico. I have limited internet connection. Is this becoming a challenge? Is there any way we can chat to answer some questions? You're better off using Facebook or stuff like that. There was one day last week, and I hadn't done a video for 2 weeks, that I got over 100 messages in one day. I can't possibly answer them, and some people are getting really grumpy and pissed off and sending me 50 messages in a row, calling me an asshole because I'm not replying to messages. I'm sorry, I'm human. If you start doing that, I'm just going to ignore it and delete it. I really do try though, I really do. I wanted to ask, have you been looking through the forum and trying to understand how you battery? Okay, so it's the same question 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Relax, John. I'd say it's a challenge. You posted it 4 times. Eczema is good coin. Keep them; they will go higher. That's what I've been told and suggested to do. I think that is a solid suggestion. If I had spare computer, I'd help since I don't pay for college electricity. Oh, awesome. Dead fans? No, it's not dead fans. I run 65. They don't crash them. No, those cards will run up 70 degrees without a problem. I put the fan. I don't even need the fans in the shed. I need the fans in the battery shed. Holy heck, it gets warm down there during the day. And it really is really starting to hurt my batteries, I think. I need to manage, like, doing the Bitcoin mining off batteries, drawing what I draw every day. And I mean, the sun's come up. Wait a minute. And my remote desktop died, so I've got to use Google Remote. Where is it? Come on. Oh, that doesn't look horrible at all. Let's see if we can move that all the way over. And I'm not looking at the screen again. ADMINISTRATOR, enter. Right. So with the Bitcoin mining rig at the moment, where is it? There we go. Close that down. Main screen. Yes. Transition. And then open that one up. Currently we're using 700 watts. And that is my base load now. So it's using a lot of electricity. That's like 20 kilowatt hours a day for the house. I'm using about 25 kilowatt hours a day, I reckon, from the batteries. Well, from solar and batteries. That's with the Bitcoin mining rig down there. So that'll go up to about 35 kilowatt hours a day when I turn the shed on, which is an awful lot of energy. So I've got to find some more solar and add some solar on. But of course, adding that other inverter is going to give me about, what, 60 amps more. Where do we go? That one. Give me about 60 amps more charging, 80 amps more charging capacity. So I'll definitely be able to throw some more panels at it. RIP Nice Ass, absolutely. I reckon they'll come back, and I reckon if they do come back, I think I'll jump back on board again. I don't think I'm going to get my money back, but, you know, that's a lesson. That's a lesson. Get it into a hardware wallet, which I've actually ordered. I just haven't received yet. I reckon hardware wallets got hard to get once NiceHash got hacked. Where are we going? Did you guys know SolarCoin? Yeah, I've heard about SolarCoin. I hadn't played with it yet. Dwarf Pool. I will have a look into that. Where's my little notepad? DWARFPWL. I think there's lots and lots of people that do lots and lots of different pools. And I think I've settled on EthOS, but I'm gonna spread it out a little bit. NiceHash is good because people can donate to me easily, which quite a few people did last week, which was kind of fun in a private live feed. Do you have solar panels? Since you have solar panels, can you claim it for watt produced? What do you mean by claim it for watt produced, Dark? Solar coin back in 2014. Someone suggested yesterday we should do an 18650 coin. It'll be very valuable. My new soldering station has arrived. Sorry, nothing to do with coin. Yeah, don't buy an ASIC. ASICs were expensive and power hungry. I don't think my Powerwall could deal with 1800 watts constantly or 1500 watts constantly just from the miner itself. That rig there is drawing at the moment. That one's just drawing 500 watts. The ones down in the shed are doing 400 watts, and that's only 2 cards. And that one there is doing 350 watts, I think. That one there. You can't see it. So what else have we got? New soldering station. Yeah, don't buy ASICs. Hey man, I have an iMax B6. I can only test one cell at a time. Is there a way to test more without buying more iMaxes? Yeah, you can. You can grab, if you have a look in the links below, there's a link to my favorite, the Opus discharges. And there's 4 separate links there you can buy from either 4. And they're the best bang for buck our community has sort of found. The Opuses, Opus BT, what are they? BT-C3100s or 3400s, depending on where you buy them from. Bitcoin just 19,200. Hi guy, Colin, welcome. A friend of mine said that you use software for mining with lower efficiency. You should find another one. Yes, it is lower efficiency, but it is very easy and it's very convenient. Paulex is iMax is one channel. Yes. Are you mining all solar powered or not? I only got one rig mining all solar power, and that's down in the battery shed. And if you look at the video yesterday, it's the one I've got 2 cards, R9. What are they? R9 290 series or something like that. So they're running 24/7 off the batteries, and they've made like $45 US so far. So that's not bad. These two here are on grid because my shed is on grid. But like I said, I do plan on going off grid with the shed sometime in the next 48 hours. Where do you sort your dead computer batteries from harvester cells? I get them from anywhere I can. There is nowhere that is sacred. I walk past a commercial shopping center and I walk into every store and ask if they know anywhere I can get them from or whatever. I drive past computer shops, I hook a Yui and go back and ask. I've literally spent days walking around big industrial estates knocking on doors. There's nothing I haven't done to try and get cells, I promise you. If you are not paying bills on electricity, is the best to do this. Yes, but there is a drawback to doing it on solar. One, the amount I'm absolutely smashing my batteries every day. And 2, how much shorter lifespan is my PIP going to have running it constantly? It's warm, it's not hot. But I definitely think there is going to be a problem with the PIP inverters sometime in the future just because I'm running them too hard. You can also try help desk IT companies. Yes. If there's any company with an IT department is worth calling up. You ring up, you get to the front desk, oh, can I have IT please? Boom, and see if they'll put you through. Oftentimes IT departments have a room full of old IT equipment they don't know what to do with. And if you've got a compliant young man that works there, might be able to hook you up. A friend of mine said that you use software for mining low efficiency. Yes, pausing. Must be refresh. I thought you were adding a wind turbine. We thought we had lots of chats about a wind turbine, but it's just not practical where I live. I've got council regulations I can't meet. I have customers coming and going all the time, so I don't really want to have a blade above my shed resonating, like being noisy in my shed. I don't want to attach it to my house. Lots of reasons. I don't think there's any value in it here. I'm sort of on the near the top of a rise, not really a hill, with lots of like 60-foot trees around me. So the wind is just turbulence. It is never in one direction. Winters are hotter than your summers. No mining for me, too confusing for this old guy. That's the good thing about things like Minergate. You just click go and it goes. You don't have to do anything. And you hopefully don't use more power than you earn in coins. And that said, when I'm doing Bitcoin mining in here, like now my 6,000 watts of panels is producing 500 watts, and it's like 6:15 in the morning. So in an hour's time, technically speaking, these rigs don't cost me anything to run. So it's half off grid. What I may have to do in the short term, whilst I am looking for more cheap panels that I want to be able to buy, is and I'm gonna put this in the fridge. I'm probably gonna set the computer up to do the nut down in the shed, to do what I used to do, and like whack the bench at like 10 o'clock in the morning, have it turn back to grid. So during the day I'll be able to actually run. I won't run 24. I don't think I'll be running 24/7 off grid, but I'll still be all off solar. So I guess that's a grey line to whether you're off grid or not. But I never plan on going off grid completely, because the grid is an extremely cheap backup. For simply 450 Australian dollars, I can keep the grid connected for one whole year. Yes, that's what my connection costs are. And my nose is driving me crazy. Oh, the bees will love it. All the some of the trees across the road are flowering. Natives. No mining. Confusing this old guy. Solar coin. I'll have a look at solar coin again for you. I wonder if I can run your link on the unused company labs. I shall return. What do you mean, run my link on the unused company labs? That sounds illegal. Don't get in trouble. Don't get yourself fired. You can claim solar coin already by the energy you produce. There you go. You can't play GTA on ASICs. Did anybody see the video that I did yesterday? There must be 40 graphics card boxes that someone gave to me, and I think I'm going to go behind the telly, because that mount's going to go, all those batteries and stuff are going to go down to the battery shed, and I was going to do that whole white background as like a collage of just video cards, and all the gamers can get on my channel and complain. I've been doing lots of videos watching lately, and I'll tell you what, the gamers that complain about Bitcoin miners it just seems odd. I mean, I can walk anywhere and buy a video card in Australia, and they're complaining that they're putting the prices up and stuff like that, and I can't see it. Maybe it is, I don't know. Wind turbines don't put out much for the cost. I absolutely agree. I think the return on investment is not there. However, I think from another point of view, when I actually needed a wind turbine, which would be at night and like in inclement weather, that's typically when there's more wind and less solar. So it could actually be a good thing. If you make the solar container, will you run active solar array? No, there is no use doing a tracker. I don't have the room for a tracker. And to be honest, you add 2 more panels, and I only use secondhand panels anyway. So you add 2 or 3 more panels and you get the same amount as with a tracker anyway. And it's more reliable, and there's less stuff to break down. So yeah, I did play with trackers really early on. And I actually got my first solar panels so I could build a tracker. And it was just it's just too much to go wrong. If you're going to build a tracker, you build one that, like if you're off grid, you just do one with pins in it where you go out 3 times a day and move it. And if you don't move it during the day, you just leave it in the same place. Daniel, greetings from Germany. How many batteries do you have? A lot. I think there's 7,000 processed above 21, 20, we'll go 2,000 milliamp hours. I don't really know what the number is, but say 2,000, that's pretty accurate. It's probably higher, but get a vertical wind turbine. Yes, we have thought about doing the vertical wind turbine. We looked at the ones that act as a roof vent as well, so they look nice and they're not in the way. But I still don't think they're going to be. I still don't think they're going to be worth it. How many watts do your overhead lights? My overhead lights I have just changed, and they are all LED now. And they are, there's 8 LEDs, and they're 4 foot, like they're 4 foot fluorescents, and they cost 109 Australian dollars, and they only use 10 watts less. So I'm using 80 watts less power. I get better light, but it's going to take an awfully long time to recover that money. A really long time to recover that money. But on the upside, there was about a month and a half's worth of donations bought them. So instead of wasting the donation money, I thought that was a very good way of spending the money, because it will actually save me money in the long run. And it makes me feel better too. And I don't think it actually hurts your light, but I still needed some light down here. My Jehu light broke. I left it on like for 3 days and it burnt out the lights. I had good cells in it. Hi from Mount Flora, USA. Good morning, Daniel. Welcome back. You should get 36X BenQ 330 watt. High tech guy. No, 330 watt panels are expensive. Considering I paid for 190 watt panels that were secondhand, I paid I think about 20 bucks each, including rail. Nah, I'm not looking at new panels. I don't even care about the efficiency. They can be half dead at that price and they're still awesome. Can low capacity battery bank be connected to an existing system, yours for example, to boost overall kilowatt hours? Best way, parallel. Absolutely. And in hindsight, had I have kept all the 1800 and above cells, I would have had an extra 15 kilowatt hours. And if you add that to really good, so if you like my 40 kilowatt hours down there, if I added say another 10 or maybe say 2,200 and whatever cells, if I added, maybe that'd be 14 or 15 kilowatt hours. If you had the space, that would be great, and that would take the load off the better batteries, which means all of the batteries would last longer. It's about an economy of scale. If you have all good cells, lots and lots of good cells, which I had the privilege of having, and I was building to a space constraint. And even now I'm replacing batteries to build my battery up higher and higher and higher in the space that I have. But to be honest, there is 10 or more batteries there in that pile that have come out that are going to go back in, adding capacity down the track. So yes, you can use lower capacity cells. You've just got to accept the maintenance challenges that comes with that. And I do think there's a maintenance cost that comes with using lesser quality of anything. What have we got? Oh, I clicked a button and now I completely lost where I was again. You should make a group on Discord to talk about this. It's great messenger. I have no interest in going to Discord, and I'll never log into Discord and stuff like that, simply because I don't have time to sit and chat. I'm trying to do less. I'm trying to do less YouTube. For like, it's hard. It's school holidays here at the moment, so I'm trying to reduce my workload. And the amount of messages that I spend at least 2 hours a day messaging people, and that doesn't pay, and I can't afford not to get paid. I really can't. And it comes down to money. I run a business, I have kids, I have Christmas, I have all that sort of stuff. So I've got to reduce the amount of time I spend within this space, and then increase the amount of time I spend actually working my real job that pays the bills. I know that sounds horrible, but it is a reality that I have to deal with lately. Christmas time, you get the most amount of bills. It's funny, I get rates, I get water bills, I get power bills, I got 2 regos. They just get smashed, and the real job pays for that, not this. Um, what have I got? I've been looking at an NVIDIA Quattro cards. Has Quattro cards are awesome for doing video editing and rendering stuff. I bet you they would have a good hash rate, but they're horrendously expensive. I've got one customer that upgrades their CUDA cards every 2 years. The Quattro cards every couple of years, and they are just so expensive. Mark, have you got 9bot 1? It's great fun. It's an electric unicycle. No, I haven't, sorry. Yes, the bank will only be as good as the weakest battery. Yes. But the problem is if you add a whole heap of weak batteries and you don't take your batteries down so far, it just exponentially increases everything. It reduces the load per cell, which means it extends their life. There are so many good reasons to add these lower quality cells. And if you plan it, if you know you're going to put them in there and upgrade them later as you get more, that'd be brilliant. I think I gave away at least 1,000, 2,000 to 2,100 milliamp hour cells. I gave them away. Well, there was reward for that giving away. It wasn't a financial reward. It was help or something that I needed something done, and I got that in return. If I wired my crap batteries, would it help or drag down my main bank? It would drag down your main bank, so to speak, at lower voltages, but at high voltages you're fine. I've seen a lot of people put them on a little switch, so they just have one fully charged bank, and they can just flip that switch, like change from one battery to the other on the lower bank. A lot of people do that as well, and just use that for like super emergencies. Been looking, have you got 9bot? No, because battery. Fernando, welcome, buddy. I can offer 300 watt PV cells for 150. Anyone interested? We have Discord channel for DIY stuff, including H50, etc. Man, so many people from around the world with different locations. Yeah, it's awesome. Family is very important, and I'm realizing how much. Yeah, there's not too much stuff public about this, but some time ago, YouTube caused a lot of problems within my life and the amount of time I spend out here. So that's since been dealt with, and I have to move forward, and that's all I'll say on that. I've got a cable in my laptop. It's not too bad on Minergate. What do you get on Minergate, Chris? I'm Australian-born Queenslander. Yeah, get in. Live an hour or so outside Brisbane. Whereabouts are you, Glenn? I have been asked a lot of times to do an open day. I don't know how that's going to work. I'd actually like to do it. I'd like to have people around, but it'd have to be like, I can't have people here for like hours on end. I couldn't have a big group of people here because this is where I work. The wife doesn't want she's in the house, and there's too much customer stuff here to be concerned about, stray elbows or whatever. So I haven't worked out how that would work. Daniel, I've subscribed to you a while, but I've been wondering, how did you start with the whole solar battery madness? Watch your videos often. Keep it up. Daniel, how I got started, a couple of years ago, we had some bad floods. I don't know what year it was. And then that sort of got me thinking about, it started the thought in my head. I didn't even have solar at the time. And then we got a 6,000 watt solar system, like commercial, and that cost $9,000. And that was just after, that was 6 months after we bought the house. And of course, then I realized I got a solar system. I didn't do any research. I just picked one out of a hat and I said, come and do it. We need it. And that dropped my power bill by an enormous amount by getting me thinking about how much energy that I was using. We went from over $1,600 a quarter down, we saved about $600 on our first bill. And then I went, wow. And that was like 3 months in. It was just, it was an eye opener. And then then you go around the house turning all the lights off and turning televisions off at the wall at night time and stuff like that. And here comes my son. So we're doing all that sort of stuff. Yes, mate? Okay, if you're going to cross the road, open that door up a bit. Come here and say hello to YouTube.
Okay.
You got to stand over here and talk clearly.
Hello.
You say, hi YouTube.
Hi YouTube.
You got to not sound like a noob.
Hey.
Hey. Right, are you going to get me breakfast?
Yes.
What are you going to get me?
Meat pie.
And what are you getting?
Sausage rolls.
How many?
2.
And what else are you getting?
Fresh bread.
And nothing else. I mean it. No chocolates, no ice creams, no nothing.
Yep.
Just those 4 items.
Yep.
Okay. Stay safe.
I know.
And make sure you double check when you cross the road.
Okay.
All right. Love ya. Thank you. Does anybody know? I got completely sidetracked by breakfast being delivered. And it's a meat pie, so I can't even eat it on camera because it'll be too hot. What was I saying? Yeah, about the how I got into it. And then after we got solar, then I started with some lead car batteries. I've had half a dozen car batteries, and then someone donated. No, then I got 220 amp hour lead batteries out of an old caravan, and then I started running my pool pump off that, and I dropped a cell in one of those batteries, and then I got donated about 30 like golf cart type batteries, 330 amp hour 6 volt. About 12 of them were usable. And then I started building up from there. If you have at that point, I started doing YouTube. So if you look all the way down 400 odd videos, don't go to the old motorbike videos. That's kind of how it all sort of got started. I understand, but you can earn money just blogging and stream it. You get great content and followers. I sure would help. This makes me money, so I understand that, but it doesn't. It pays once a month, and like anybody on this planet, once a month isn't enough to keep the wife happy. So, hence, real job. I recently got access to UPS batteries from a power supply company, about 300. Holy heck! Is it worth trying a mixed system with Batrium? Those UPS batteries are probably 12 volt, and the Batrium won't do it. If that was the question, you can certainly use the Batrium if you've got a lithium-ion bank, but not with the lead. They are not 12 volt. There is no 12 volt system currently on the market for the Batrium. Depends on how powerful and how close, but typically not too well. You still got those battery racks and spot welder for sale. I would be interested in getting both. I know you want to do a giveaway, but they're both on my shopping list for the next year, so 2 birds. Yeah, I've still got. I'm gonna work this out in my head. I think I've got 8. I think I've got 8 mounts left for sale, $85 each. And as for the spot welder, I'm not going to sell that. I didn't. Oi, who did that? Thank you. How good is that? Oh, how do I? Lee. Hey, that works. It works. Lee, thank you very much. I put a new little kill thing up and I haven't seen it work yet. That's awesome. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you. I'm humbled. It depends on how powerful. If you unsubscribe to my channel and then resubscribe to my channel, it does a little thing up there as well. It's weird. Did it work on that screen? I don't know. It depends on how powerful and how close. Lee. Higher frequency, can you can earn on cryptocurrency already, and this Steemit token is mooting recently. I'll have to have a look at that later on. Morning, Pete couldn't sleep, restless legs, and saw you alive. Cool. Welcome back, DT. Thank you very much for joining us again. You're a regular here for sure. Darren, I'd be up for you having an open day. I don't know how that open day worked. Near Lowood. Oh, shit a brick. Lowood is my old stomping ground. I went to Lowood High many years ago in my high school days, and I used to live near Wivenhoe Dam, just down the road at Mount Tramper. In fact, my parents painted the house at the bottom of the Mount Tramper on the corner yellow, and I believe it is still yellow. Why they did a house yellow, I don't know, but small world. South of Diamanto, just down the road, we got plenty of locals. I have a nasty trick iframe coin hive meter with iframe page and Discord, and you get people mining for you. Yeah, that won't be happening. I'll never do something dishonest. About 400 to 600 hashes, but that's while I'm using the laptop. Not sure 100% what it's doing when I'm not looking at it. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Chaos Sunny Coast, welcome. Whereabouts Chaos? Used to live Sippy Dams, Kenilworth. Oh, I remember that motorbike track at Kenilworth. That was so good. Why no chocolates or ice cream? Because we're trying. That's my boy. His name is Dre. He's got some learning disabilities. So we're trying to give him. He's 13 years old, and we're just trying to give him some more responsibility. It's hard for us to let go and let him go to the shops because he's got to cross a fairly busy street, but there is the lights you can cross at with the little button and stuff. So yeah, and he doesn't need chocolate or ice cream. He trains with his mother every week, so he's trying to. He's a healthy kid. He really is, but he doesn't. You've got to tell him stuff. Talking about pies is making me hungry and off to get dinner. Thanks, busted both legs. Whatever happened to electric pit bike? That is still. I've bought a lot of stuff for the electric pit bike. It's not here. It's at a storage shed. But I got stuck when it come to actually doing. I got the bike. I got everything set up. Well, I've got the rolling frame. I started doing the batteries. I've got about 800 batteries underneath the bench there that's sort of hidden away from camera view, and they're all what are they, Pano greys, and they will be used for that project. I've stopped because I didn't know how to put the motor and stuff on, and I didn't realize the motor was going to cost me $2,000 or $3,000. So it's still in the back of the head, and I still want to do that because my hearing is going and my pit bike is really loud. But it's great fun. So I'll probably do a video about that next week. I'm going to take the camera, put it on my bike, and do some laps, which I would really love to do again. Do you have a Powerwall to visit in Germany. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that, buddy, but I'm Australian, so if that helps. Lee, I finally got to you. Merry Christmas, just got back from work and mini Powerwall at the camp, 12 volt LED lighting. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for telling. Thank you very much for donating, man. That is awesome. Thank you. Can someone unsubscribe and then resubscribe again so I can see if that actually does that little thing? And let me know if you did. I am only just starting to do enough of batteries to run a few basic things in my caravan at night. As the battery's in charge for the day, I only have one rated 300 watt panel, 12 watt panel. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's a great place to start. And that's kind of how I started. I didn't even, hey, there we go, that worked. Hey, the little Wayne's World icon come up. I think I need to make that bigger. Transition. Can someone do it again? We'll see if we can make that bigger. Wayne's World. I had a conversation with someone the other day. Wayne's World was the first movie that I ever saw at a cinema. And it's actually probably the last. I can't remember seeing any more since. Yeah. That's cool. I need it up on that screen. I just need that up on that screen so it just goes wee. I want to know how people work out how to do this sort of stuff. There's a Patreon add-in. If someone donates through PayPal, there's an add-in. If someone subscribes, there's an add-in. There's an add-in for that. And if someone does a super chat donation, and I can't even remember. Wow, what program is that with? I only learned how to do that yesterday. I saw someone's live feed yesterday on how to do that, and that is Streamlabs. Streamlabs is the program that I'm using to add all that in. I don't know what data they collect or whatever else, but yeah, it seems to work well. It kind of gives it a level of interaction. There you go, it works. Never seen 300 watt out of a panel, neither have I. Why not just buy Bitcoin and sell later when the price increase? Cheap vlog, well, I could do that, I guess. I just choose not to. I don't have that sort of thing to invest. I may as well say Atkinson's Dam then, just around the corner from Mount Tarampa. I went to Lower High too, finished in 99 year old. Gendras. I live up the road from the Gendras. Or Parnell. The Gendras lived 200 metres down the road. We had the big dam beside, if you go towards the Gendras house on the right hand side, we had the big dam there where everyone used to come and swim in. One of my first girlfriends, Tanya, was lived at Atkinson's Dam, and her parents run the caravan park there. Food. How'd you go, mate?
Good.
Did you do it safely?
Yes.
And did you have any problems?
No.
Okay then.
That's the only fine.
Thanks, dude. Much appreciated, mate.
And I had $7.05.
$7.05 change. Well, I guess you can take that as pocket money.
Yep.
Expands his voice. Yes, it does. He's also got tonsillitis as well. I may well say Exodus Dam generally there. For the pit bike, you may want. I've put the pit bike on the back burner a little bit for now. Just change the what do you call it? Change the focus, I guess. So, to be honest, if I was going to spend $2,000, I'd buy a shipping container rather than what do you call it? The motor for the pit bike. Sammy Banter did it. Thank you very much for letting me know that works. Appreciate it. Bitcoin is blowing up, well over 19k. Someone said it was at 22 this morning, or maybe that was Australian. I don't know. Discord, DIY. Get my pie out. This would be really interesting to try and eat my pie. I don't even know what pie you got me. I should have asked for a specific pie, but... Okay. How long? I've been on for 55 minutes already. Jeez, time flies when you're having fun. Anybody got a DeLorean? Absolutely. Yeah, I've got to. There's lots of regrets with anything, but you know the analogy that I use, when you sell a car, I sold like heaps of minis back in the day, and a month later that mini sold for 5 times more money. There's nothing you can do about it. It's always you can't account for how luck. It's luck, isn't it? It's a big one. Bearing in mind, I want to race for a pit bike. I want to race on a very small track. It's like 300 meters long, and acceleration is the key. So I need to get from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in under 10 seconds, with a 100-kilo bloke sitting on top of the bike and probably 80-kilo bike. So there's a fair amount of weight there that I need I need like a 20 kilowatt hour motor or something, 20 kilowatt motor. You must check DTube. It's like YouTube on Steemit. Lockdown, you post your same videos you make here on YouTube and earn money with cryptocurrency. DTube. Well, I guess if it doesn't cost me anything, and I'm already doing the stuff, and I can double upload, that'll work. I'm keen to try something new. Tanya Dean, yeah. Alan still pops around occasionally to see Dad, but Alan can't speak. Yeah, he's got throat cancer. Yeah. Good old Tanya Dean, my first love. What a small world. She's down south now. I still talk to her on Facebook. You won't get the shipping container for 2k. That's 2.5k. The one I want is $2,500, and I've got a card here. Where is it? Nope. Forklift training, shipping container. These guys were very, very, very good to me and gave me a lot of time. They have got a shipping container that's perfect for me for $2,500 delivered. Pie. Sweet or savory? Savory. It's actually quite good. It's not falling apart today. It usually does. I'm starving hungry. I usually have breakfast like 2 hours ago. Friend had a Vespa for years, sold it for patients, and then sold it. Yeah, pittance, and then yes, I've heard that story many times. You can't regret those sorts of decisions. RIP. I had paused the feed for a long time ago. the place opposite Genera's, the opposite side of the road, the double-story brick house, or left or right. Look, to the right. You might know my brother Troy Dillon. Yeah, went to high school with Troy. He's on my Facebook as well. So what side did they? Which side was the dump? Because I don't remember anything being dumped. I know there's a couple of new houses to the left of Gendra's house. We are talking about Kylie Gendra and Linnell and I can't remember the guy's name, but Troy and I did DTube. Once you lose your login, there's no way to get back in. Do you know what's the cheapest new 1860 cell in Australia? No, I don't, Kevin. Sorry, buddy. But if you need cells, there's Max e-bikes in Sydney for new cells. They import. They are the importers. They are next to my work. I work at Shipping Container Pools. Geez, I tell you what, it's a small world. What's going on today? That pie was good, by the way, just in case anybody that's just joining us. Next to my work container pools. That's Shipping Container Pool would be awesome. However, it might be a little bit too high. Do like the live chats you do though. I try and be real. Darren and Mark Gendra. Oh, okay. No, I'm talking about Linnell and is it Linnell? Lynette? Troy, Craig, Kylie. Troy, Craig, Kylie. There's one more. Gendra. On Muller's Lane. No, Wentz Road. Wentz Road. I went up there and back, and my one used to stay in the Treasure Island Caravan Park. What's up, big boss?
I had the change
Yes.
and gave 10 the $5 note.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you're awesome. Can you go and wash your face, please? Because you have
Okay.
food all over it. Thank you. That pie was really delicious. You picked a perfect pie. Thank you. Darren and Mark. Where the shitty house next was on the corner. Is that the yellow house? Because that's the house I used to live in. The big dam on the corner of Wentz Road and Muller's Lane. The Genders don't own that, do I? Do they? A shipping container pool would be awesome. That'd be kind of cool. But it'd have to go in the ground, or you'd have to have like an uneven... If you lived on like a sloping block or something, it'd be awesome. Because you could cut it into the side of the mountain and then mount it sort of level. Be like one of those infinity pools. Yeah, Christmas is pretty much sorted. I'm probably gonna take a week off this year, off work. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm just not gonna open for a week and just sort of try and kick back and take the kids out. And there's a local waterfall near here, and take them to the beach and take them to some parks, have a bit of fun. That's one problem. Even though I work from home, I can play with them here. I just can't take them out very often because if I'm not here, I don't make money. I don't know if any of you have noticed, I drink a lot more water lately than I used to as well. We make them with stairs built in. I think I've seen them. I do a couple of jobs around there. I'm around there regularly doing computer repairs and stuff. So DTube. I'm going to have a look at DTube since the chat has like completely died down, and at this point is when I usually run away. How many people we got? 55 people. Where are you all from? That's what I haven't asked a question for a long time. There's 55 people in the chat room. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? How many cells do you have? And in the meantime, while my live feed goes crazy, I'll go and look at DTube. Decentralized video platform using Steam. I'm probably going to have to YouTube what it is. I'm really excited to bring this public introducing DTube. So how does this work? Fully written in JavaScript, so that runs in a browser allows you to upload and watch videos on top network. Moreover, it uses Steam as a database and enables earning rewards for uploads. Okay, there's a lot to read. A lot to understand. I guess the thing about DTube is if people, yeah, that's going to take a bit. A new driver and random bias. Be getting 27. Okay. What do we get? 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 I got sidetracked. Steam it. I'm gonna have a real good look at that later. It's not gonna cost, or DTube or whatever. It's not gonna cost me anything to give it a crack anyway. The corner of the main road that passes the school. You got Gender's house with the Parnells with the big shed. No, I think we're talking about two different places. The Genders that I'm talking, I think there's three families out there that are Genders. The family that I'm talking about live sort of in the shadow of the actual Mount Tramper itself. UK, Estonia, IT guy too. Welcome, cheap vlog. Actually, you're a regular here as well. The cold dehydrates you more than you think. DTube is crap at slow bandwidth. Darwin, IT. So many IT dudes here. So many system admins and stuff like that. Sudanese living in Dubai. I'm an electronics engineer. Pennsylvania. Sydney. Sparky. What? That just ramped up. A server power supply just went nuts. You're not even warm. Why are you going crazy? That's really loud. I'm sorry. What's up, Mummy? Yeah? What are you up to? And wifey's gone too now. That server power supply is not even hot. I have no idea why it just went full noise. Is that annoying? Okay, the microphone's there and like 30 centimeters away is that server power supply. I don't get it. Why is it so loud? It's been running for days and never been that loud. The server power supply. It's going ballistic. And that's redneck, hanging a card there, and then the other cards in there. It's a bit too loud. It's not even hot. Yesterday it was actually hot to touch. Is that too annoying with the noise? I got headphones, it's okay. It's bloody loud here. Okay. I'll just have to try and ignore the fact that I can't hear anything myself. Zero fellas are looking at possibly going off grid next year. Oh, well, you got to do the research, I guess. South of Brazil, Chaos. Pop in and say hi sometimes. I'm in the department coordinator, so I'm usually in the front office. Hey from Melbourne. I might do that, Chaos, if I'm down there. Hey from Melbourne. I'm a quality analyst for the bank. I listen to their calls. That sounds like a horrible job. Pink Panther Land. Anybody know where that is? Absolutely not, but I'm guessing UK. I go to college and put myself in debt for the future. I think a lot of people do that. David from Adelaide. I was employed making car hoists, but the company closed, so I'm unemployed. Approximately 150 packs of batteries. Nice. Well, not nice that you're unemployed, but nice that you've got 150 battery banked. IT. I'm small, slowly collecting cells. Only a few hundred. East Tennessee truck driver. Tank the Hammer. Welcome back, bro. Glenn Atkinson's down. I DJ and do ute drive and hire. No usable cells yet. Are on their way by mid-January at least. Cool. IT present. Who's messaging me about 1,000,000 miles an hour? 29. Dave from Adelaide. I was making. Somebody else is playing Bitcoin. Mike, my web guy. He's playing Bitcoin as well. He's sending me message after message. Oh, he's doing 29. 29.98 mega hashes. That's awesome. From a small island in the Caribbean, no calls yet, no cells yet. Not sure where to start. Well, you've got to start with the cells. Minnesota, USA, only 180 cells. Start at my own. Can't notice it. Headphones on. Okay, well, we've already got to that. What's up, little guy? You want to make a zombie hand? Do you want to say hello to YouTube first? Eric says everyone's coming out today. Even Mum was here, but Mum didn't go on camera.
Hello, Tubers. Hello.
You got to say something really cool.
Hello, my name is Kian.
You got to talk up so they can hear you.
My name is Kian.
No, you don't talk like that. You're not a tiger. You look here and go,
Hello.
"Hey, tubers, welcome back."
Hi, Tubers. Welcome back. My name is Kian.
They can't hear you. You're too quiet. You sit over here. Alright, you sit over here. And I'll get you some paper and a pen.
I have a lot of pens. The pens are in there.
Oh. Where are they?
In there. Look.
There you go. Oh, that power supply is annoying me. It's so loud. It's pulling so low. It's not really pulling any. It's not really pulling much at all. What I might do is find out if one of those cards crashed. It takes too long to stare at that one. Nano pool. Refresh. Uh, 134 mega hashes. No, a card didn't crash. It shouldn't be that fast. Might actually, might just reboot that one and see if it shuts up a little bit. Colorado, commercial plumber and part-time teacher. Why do you build your packs in parallel of 86 and then arrange in series? Because it works and it's easy to mount into a cell and it reduces the interconnects and stuff like that. Making packs in series and arranging in parallel will give a stackable capacity. No, mine are very easy to balance. Mine are simple to balance. I don't have to touch them; they just work. So they're no simple to balance. I think it's just personal choice, maybe. That's it. That's getting turned off. Come on, turn off.
It will never turn off. I know. No.
Come on, turn off. There we go. Okay. There we go. Come on, shut down. Rightio. Hopefully now, turn it all back on again, it'll be quiet. That's worth the extra couple of minutes. Okay, buffering, I've got headphones, it's okay loud, cheap log, there was more, it's a low rumble, it's cool, Bitcoin mining, hit power band. I got so tied up in trying to deal with that. It's over $9, Scotty. Texas, former aircraft interior builder, currently owns several rental properties. That keeps me busy. Yeah, that would keep you busy. Have you got good tenants? That's the hard part. Tiny human. They called you a tiny human.
What?
Yeah.
Because I am tiny.
Yeah, you're a little bit little.
I'm 5.
You're
Tell them I'm 5.
He's 5. There you go. I told them. Mum's gone out, so I got babysitting duties. Yep, it's loud. Durham, Turkey, UK, say it twice. Durham in the UK, say it twice. I did it, there we go. Hi mate, what's he supposed to do with the pen and paper? Calculate hashes manually.
Hashtag.
That would... Did you just say hashtag? What did you just say hashtag for?
To them.
Oh, you're crazy.
Hashtag silly.
Hashtag silly. You're just crazy. HB daycare needs Play-Doh on blocks. Looking at getting me a camper or an old tractor trailer and building a solar. That would be very cool. I definitely, electric car would be cool. Even a camper with just batteries and stuff would be awesome. What was that just on the screen? I missed it. Throw a plant meter if you have one. I don't have one yet. I have ordered one. The typical IT first solution is always direct. Haven't you watched the IT crowd?
What?
Damn. With his luck, that'll cause demonetization. Oh, probably. I've had every... Oh no, not even... Now my computer didn't even boot. No boot device found. Why was there no boot device found? Oh, this is going to be fun. That's what you get for using all the crap equipment you've got laying around your workshop to build Bitcoin mining rigs. Stuff doesn't work properly. Okay. Or there's a maintenance cost to using secondhand stuff. How much are you making mining? Okay, so I've made 45 US through Minergate, mining Ethereum. I've earned $55, I think, through EthOS, mining. I don't know, something else. Monterey. No, Monterey is on. Oh wow! Talk about unorganized. So Monterey is on Minergate. These rigs here are mining Ethereum, and they've earned me $55. And then NiceHash, I had some money on NiceHash too that disappeared in its hack. I've also done lots and lots and lots of days of mining other smaller pools, trying to work out hash rates and stuff like that. So yeah, I am trying to learn it better and do more. Work out what hash rates give me money, and I'm trying to put one against the other. What else we got? Do you want to see how much I've earned? Maybe if you can see how much I've earned if you want. There's a whole heap of referral links below in the stuff that I use. IT crowd. How much are you making? IT crowd on and off again. I love that so much. I've watched it so many times. Love how he talks to his machines. One day they'll talk back. That should be said with an electronic voice.
This one's run out.
Sorry? That one's runned out. What about if we see if we can get a knife and we can pretend to sharpen it? Nah.
They're working.
I think it's working. Are you allowed to use knives?
Nope.
Why not?
Because I'm a little kid.
Because you're a little kid. Good answer.
Hello. I'm back over here.
Are you? There you go. Done. A little bit of a mess, but you blow it onto the floor and nobody will know the difference.
What about this? That one.
Thing about buying a used iMovie, adding 25 kilowatt hours extra to it or so. Give it good range. He's 5 amp house. I used to work in IT with Pro Health Software at a company. Apparently my boss got fired not too long ago. I work in consumer room. They used AC to keep the computers cooled. Yes, I would love to have AC in this room, I promise you. I see you mining rig in the background. Yes, that is my mining rig. It is there. Hey, don't hit the computer. That is the mining rig there. Were you pointing to it for them? You're very clever.
Two.
What?
Two of those.
Yes.
Why?
Knuckles. Knuckles. Boom. That'll do.
A finger.
Did you? Wow. I keep getting sidetracked by my little 5-year-old, so I might have to go soon. Silly, you see a mining rig in the background, Mike. Been cleaning out the server room at work, got a bunch of UPSs and wiring stuff. Blue screen of death.
Wait, this is running out again.
Stole his HDD via the nets. It was the Russians.
Running
Who
out again,
knows?
Dad.
Monterey, that's what I was doing. Yeah, Minergate was hacked a little while ago. I think they've all been hacked, haven't they?
Dad,
I think the trick is to get your money out there as soon as you earned it. What's up, mate?
the one me now.
No, it's fine. Don't be crazy. What's your hash rate for EthOS and EthHash? I haven't had a look yet on those two. You say Monero. The chat's correct up again. What's your hash rate? I got to do a video on I don't want to piss off all the 18650 guys doing stuff on the mining. I'm trying to keep it relevant by mining on solar off my battery, so I'm trying to make that link there. Background in mechanical engineering, more money driving my truck, and probably less hard work, so to speak, but probably longer hours driving the truck. Our wiring was a worse when I was an intern. I was tasked to fix it. In the process, I found that we had one UPS for 20 servers, and the combi monitor, meaning we had about 10 minutes of backup power. Holy heck. That doesn't sound like that was very well played out. Peter's got the box that contains the interwebs, internet. What's the hash rate? Waves back then. What's the longest you've run your household solely on battery power? How many kilowatt hours per day? Peanut droppings, I have a video on that. It is one of my highest viewed videos. I run for 63 hours. 63 hours, and I still did my washing, run the dishwasher, use the microwave. I use the house normally. And we pulled 39 kilowatt hours out of the battery. Future HB star, maybe.
Julius, look at this.
Did you just say tubers look at this? Right, come here. Oh, you got it. What have you done for them? Can you tell me what it is?
A zombie hand.
A zombie hand. And what's this red stuff?
Blood.
And why do you have blood? Okay, off you go.
There's some bites in the hand.
Someone bit the hand. Off you go. How about you go and play inside for a little while?
Like another zombie.
Another zombie bit it. Well, that stands to reason.
Then he turned into a zombie.
So if you get bitten by a zombie, you turn into a zombie.
Yeah.
I hope there's no zombies in here. In our server we decommissioned, it had 9 UPSs and they were all 10 plus years old. 48 volt UPSs, some measured 2 volt and had corrosion. Oh no. Aren't you supposed to replace those batteries every year?
I think I had
How many GPUs are you mining with? Right now I'm mining with 7. Right now I'm mining with 7 GPUs, and during the day when I'm not using this computer I also mine with that as well, making 8. 48 volt UPS battery pack, some measured 2 volts. Read that. No, the AC room kept them about 30 degrees Fahrenheit. We also had to run dehumidifiers to print occasionally. It was very loud in there. Oh, I bet you it would have been like bloody hurricane in there. The whole time new YouTube channel. Childcare, kids interviews, drawing competitions. Call that a knife. Oh, good call. What? You want to cut it out? There you go. It's getting serious. Scissors. Very good. You're holding them properly. I'm very proud of you. What do you got? Call that a knife. Kids say the darndest of things. I tell you what, if I could bottle some of the stuff that kid says, it's awesome. I can't overclock because I'm running EthOS, so I've done it in the software. So that rig is running the MSI RX580 Armors 8 gigs, and they're running 26.3 stable. I can get them up to 30, but they're not stable. I think that might be something to do with EthOS and the motherboards that I'm using. I'm using really cheap motherboards, like 10-year-old motherboards. So that rig's there running that, and that rig there has a newer motherboard with a Gen 1 i7 processor running 2 580s, and they're running 27.52 hashes, mega hashes, or whatever you say. So that one's slightly faster. I've separated these two out so I get that extra 2 hashes out of that one. And I don't have enough power to put and ports to run them all on that one anyway. When I'm in Windows, I overclock with Afterburner. The one transition, this one, no, not that one. Let me close that down. open that one up. XMR. This one here is overclocked with, what do you call it? Afterburner. It's so slow. Remote Windows desktop was faster. Yeah, so that one's overclocked, but they're old video cards. They're like eight years old or something. But I'm still getting 1 kilohash from them, so I'm happy enough with that. They're trudging away nicely. Nice and stable. Couple of extra fans on those ones. And I know I'd get a faster hash rate if I wasn't with XMR. Wasn't with Minergate. But I started with Minergate because it was easy and I needed to get my balance above the payout, so I sort of just continued. And now, to be honest, I've got the power to a level where it's acceptable and I just let it sit there and run. So, and that's 100% off batteries. Yeah, that's in the battery shed. Nuck. So we're pulling 2,600 watts from the batteries at the moment. 2,700 watts apparently. So that's a considerable amount coming out. Well, that's not actually, well, it's not actually from the batteries. It is, I only pulling 2,000 watts out of the batteries because the rest will be coming from solar. So someone's obviously doing washing or something inside the house. Dre's doing washing, is he? We've taken 6.6 kilowatt hours out of the battery since midnight last night. So I don't know what that is in total. So it works from midnight to midnight. So probably 12 or 15 kilowatt hours overnight, because the first half of the night we use a lot more power. So, and there's 350 kilowatt hour, come on, 358 amp hours taken from the batteries since yesterday. So 40% state of charge, and this is the problem with running a Bitcoin miner constantly, well, a cryptocurrency miner. It absolutely smashes the batteries. So a little bit more management is going to be required until I can get some more solar panels. And I was thinking I could do another 2 kilowatt of solar panels, but now I'm thinking 4 kilowatt hours of solar panels would probably better. He's quite good at drawing. He loves drawing. It looks good, but zombies have been done to death. APC says replace the batteries every 3 to 5 years. Okay, I'll hold it up. He cut it out. That is an awesome job. You almost did in all the lines, mate. That is 10 out of 10. Very good. High five. Good work. Batteries ready. And take a look at the power ledger too. It's crypto for smart electrical grids, and the Australian government has been looking on smart grids.
You have
Power
two,
ledger.
I have
I'll do
two.
that. What's up, mate?
I have two, you have two.
Okay, I'll put it up in a little while. Leave it on the table, please. Power ledge. Power ledger. Sorry, later on the feeds I sort of start getting a little less concentrated on news, guys. I do apologise. What else we got? I'll have a look at Power Ledger once I'm done. About the same hours, actually. What have you done to get the cards to 27 mega hashes? Okay, so they were 21 when I got them. I did the BIOS mod in all cards, so I took, in these 3 cards, you take the 1750 memory strap in the BIOS and then put it in the 2000 memory strap for the Hynix. And for the Samsung memory, you take the 1750 and put it in the 2000 and the 2250 memory strap. And then on do a configuration, enter. So on the Hynix, no, on the Samsung, I've got global fan set to 60, global core set to 1100, Global memory set to 2200. And power tune set to 3. And global miner as Claymore. Now on this one, we go up. No, sudo overclock, enter. Okay, so on this one we have got global fan at 60. We have got global miner is Claymore. Global core is 1050. The global memory is 2100. And global fan is 80 with power tune 4. So they're after days and days and days and days of changing little tiny settings. That's what I've got. And so that one is 26.3 hashes and that one is 27.5 hashes. I can get a lot more out of both, but after like say 15 hours, one or more of the cards crash. So, and I'd rather take that hit because I had what 6 hours last night with one card down, and that doesn't work. So if you just drop it down a little bit, get some consistency, and eventually I want to work it out. So once these are sorted, I can put them underneath the desk here or on the floor or something out of the way, and I never have to look at them again. They can just run 24/7. That's the plan anyway. So I priced up the cost of building one of your 80 cell packs the other day, each with 14 Longmon kit using new cells. I don't have the time to sort recycled. That is definitely a way to go. You're going to get better. You're going to get a longer life out of them. Buy yourself a spot welder, of course. You're going to get longer life out of them, and they're going to have higher capacity for less cells. So mining increases your base load on battery. It absolutely smashes my base load. My base load went from about 500 to 800 to 1,000 watts. Great stuff. The iCrowd showbox. Need to watch it again now. After this show, I think I'm gonna bail shortly, unless the CAS compared to the $13,000 for the test Powerwall installed. Yeah, that's not. I think there's something about doing it yourself as well. There's a sense of pride. I did work out about the same after inverter and ended up with 2 kilowatt hours more. So yeah, apples, oranges. It doesn't. It's all like it's not. Sometimes it's not about it. Sometimes it's about not having $13,000 up front and trying to do the build slowly and as you can afford it, which is certainly what the route I took. So anyway, tubers, I have like completely caught up with the live feed. No, you don't cut cardboard with them, please. I'm completely caught up now, so I might call this one a day. Thank you very much for all the hardcore fans that have been here the whole time. These guys are awesome. Thank you very much for everything. I'll add you to face so you can search Troy's friends, but yeah, on the spot welder, but no hurry yet, just waiting on cells. Glenn, I actually don't add anybody else to my Facebook. I haven't added anybody to my Facebook for about a year. So just, we'll keep it all public for now. What's up?
Need help cutting that.
You need help cutting that. Well, you can't cut it with that, mate. It's gonna, Daddy will use the knife. There you go. Off you go. Perfect.
Yeah, there has to be a racetrack.
I think once I get the second inverter up, the miners will pull about 1200 watts constantly. So it'll be about 25 kilowatt hours a day for the miners. Hence, I'm going to have to turn off the batteries throughout the day so they can charge back up again. I probably won't be exporting anything to the grid. So your miners, but DIY is easier to expand. Absolutely. The capital investment, I think, is the really big one. I'm floating 2 house payments at the moment. Otherwise, I'll be buying more cells instead, getting for free. Wow, how are you doing 2 house payments at once? That's crazy. Yeah, that's fine. I understand. Don't forget to like everyone. Yeah, do that thing because it helps. Just with tester another 13 grand. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm gonna try and do another one tomorrow morning because that tends to be the single best time I can do one. If I get out here, great stuff. If I don't, we'll probably see you in a week or two. Cheers.